So we spent half a day with Malaysian-born communications consultant Douglas Cheok. He likes shopping at a store in Uptown called Tai Nam because the produce is really fresh, the aisles are clean, and he says the people are nice. We asked him to go ahead and do his usual shopping while we trailed behind him with a microphone and a video camera. He bought fresh vegetables, soba noodles, tofu, sambal spicy sauce, and bean sprouts. But he also introduced us to jars of fermented bean curd that's packed in vinegar and oil for extra flavor. He says it can really deepen the flavor of a soup or whatever you're cooking. This is the kind of tip that can obviously help someone achieve great flavor, especially that deep umami flavor, even if they're working with humble ingredients like fresh vegetables, noodles, and sprouts. When we got back to the house, he chopped up the veg and the aromatics, he boiled water, he seasoned it, he made a shrimp soup, he made some noodles, he made greens with tofu.
My name is Douglas Cheok. My Chinese name is Samson Cheok. Chinese or Asian cooking doesn't have to be expensive, and it could be very economical or perhaps cheap, and it's very healthy and nutritious. The soup is easy. I did it the easy way and been doing that for at least 3-4 years now. First, you bring the water to boil, you add the sumo noodles, and later you add the concoction of ginger, garlic, and onions, and add in the spices, salt, pepper, and other spices that you need at the same time to build up soup. But that is after the noodles are already cooking or almost ready. And you always add in the vegetables later, but it depends on the vegetables. Like in today's case, when you use a choy sum, it can't handle much heat, so you put it towards the end for maybe not more than 3 minutes to blanch it and to make sure that it's cooked and ready to eat. But you can add in the tofu and the tomatoes a bit earlier, because when the tomatoes are cooked, it becomes a puree, and it adds to the taste of the soup, as well as when you stir fry. Stir fry is not difficult. When you stir fry, it's easier and more convenient to have a wok, especially a small Chinese wok that has a flat bottom. That's because the flat bottom wok can stand on the stove without spilling over. So with a fork is, firstly, you heat up the wok for about 30 seconds, no more than a minute, to make sure, and then you pour in the oil as soon as possible, because you don't want to overheat the wok. And then you leave the cooking oil into the wok for, let's say, about 3 minutes, more than 5, and then it's ready to add in the ingredients, the things you want to cook. But if you're going to shrimp, it's better to stir fry and cook the shrimp in the oil first, because it takes longer to cook the shrimp than the other vegetables. Believe it or not, this meal, other than the time and the effort, in terms of the actual physical cost, it's probably not more than $5. Considering the fact that we went shopping today, and the amount of food that we bought for less than $20 could last us for at least a week or maybe 2.
A week? Cheok is not a gourmet cook. In fact, he revealed to us that he never even really knew how to cook until he came to the States about 20 years ago from Malaysia. He says that eating out there is really cheap, so there was never really any reason for him to learn how to cook. But still, within an hour, he made some fresh, delicious, nutritious, and affordable food because he worked mostly from these raw materials, these raw whole ingredients. A lot of people don't feel like they have the time or money to cook like this. And granted, Cheok has a little more time on his hands than other people. But he really believes that if he can learn to cook, anyone can.